Coach, as we get ready to start the season here, certainly your share of kickoffs to open up. But as you look at this one, to say that it's a unique circumstance is an understatement. What have been your emotions coming into today?
I told our kids at the hotel earlier, I don't think I've ever cried as much during a fall camp as I have this one. I don't think I've cried any during a fall camp, and this one has had a emotional roller coaster for me for sure. Very proud of the way our kids and our coaches have handled kind of the hand we've been dealt. And, this is very odd. I'm usually down in the middle of them warming up right now and rah-rahing them a little bit and talking to them about how I believe in them. I did get to do that at the hotel. And then because of Liberty's great IT guys, I'm going to get to talk to them from here for a pregame talk. So we're making the best of it. It's not ideal, but, man, what a great atmosphere we're going to have here tonight and get to play a top 20 team. It's pretty exciting.
Mentioning that top 20 team, your team has been very calm and collected coming into today, despite the circumstances, the pomp and circumstance that comes with a lot of firsts. You want them to be the Christopher Columbuses. Well, they're starting it with game one. But how has your approach and the fact that you've dealt with big competition before kept the rest of them from kind of getting a little too excited at the fact that this is a big opponent?
I hope so. The time I did get to spend with them, and then this week, the times I've talked to them, I've just tried to explain to them the good teams I've been associated with. We work on preparation and execution and discipline, and no moment is too big for you when you can do that. If you're just going to play because it's a big moment and play out of emotion, then emotion can get you beat. Passion is good, excitement is good, execution is good, but you have to be composed. And no matter what happens, I told them today, I'm your biggest fan. The only thing that will get me rattled, that will make me want to chew on you, is if you have selfish penalties. And because that's not composed football, and good teams just don't play that way. And so if you give up a deep pass, play the next play. If you drop a pass, play the next play. This game is made up of a lot of plays, and as long as you stay composed and play good, disciplined football, you have a chance to win a lot of games. Whether that's tonight or not, I don't know. But success for us tonight is that we can go back in that locker room when it's over and know that I gave my best for the guy next to me. And that'll be enough for us tonight as we start building this program. I don't know what that means the scoreboard says, but hopefully we can say that when it's over.
Outside of errors and dropped passes, you said you'd rather have a ball thrown away, you'd rather punt than have a turnover. Buckshot has really had his approach to how he prepares for games restructured, thanks to you. But Syracuse coming in, they're amongst the tops in forcing turnovers. How is he coming into today handling that kind of a challenge?
You've done your homework. Syracuse really, really is as good as I've seen at going after the football. And, the stats prove that from last year, and they've got 8 returners on defense, so it'll be nothing new. Very, very proud of the way Buckshot handled fall camp. He took care of the football. He spent a large amount of time in my hotel room last night with me, just going through the game plan and talking about, now look, on this deal here, this is the guy that could hurt you on this play, and you have to know where he is. And I'm truly okay with an incomplete or a throwaway and punting. I'm okay with that. And you just stay within yourself, and we got some good plays. We got some good stuff for them. And it'll come, but it just won't come on every play. So just take care of the ball.
All right, well, getting ready to take care of the ball, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
To check in with the third member of our team, Melanie Newman, on really the lead up to this game for both sides. Melanie?
Thanks, guys. Well, school's back in session. That applies to football as well. Running back Frankie Hickson says they have torn apart footage all week long. They've never been more prepared for an opponent than Syracuse because of the availability. Games against people like Clemson, Western Michigan have given them all the tools that they need to read what the Orange are bringing to the field today. Now, on the flip side, head coach Dino Babers for Syracuse has been very open about the fact that what Liberty brings today is kind of unknown for them. They've had a really tough time finding footage on some of the players for Liberty, especially those D2 guys. So kind of riding underneath the curtain right now. Liberty's got to take that to their advantage.
We check in once again with Melanie.
Thanks. Well, guys, it's no secret what Hugh Freeze has seen in his career as a coach. Some of the biggest moments you could imagine on the gridiron have been his to own, and having that confidence, that calmness when it comes to facing a big opponent is a trickle-down effect to the rest of his players. Now, after they studied the footage, even Buckshot said, this is another man. It's another team. That's it. It doesn't matter that they're the first power to come here to our house. It doesn't matter that they're an ACC opponent. It's just a team, and we've done our homework to be able to handle this here tonight.
With more on the Signal College, we head down to Melanie Newman.
Well, if you look at those numbers, Tommy DeVito and Buckshot Calvert had held about even, like you said, between the good and the bad. Now, there's some balance, some give and take with that. Calvert, a senior, he's a leader on this team. And, of course, he's going up against one of the toughest opponents in his collegiate career. DeVito has had a little bit of backing from Babers. Now, he's not expected to carry this team as a leader just yet. Again, he is a redshirt sophomore. This is his first collegiate true start here. And Babers said, you know, he's young, but there's older guys around him, and I know the QB is the traditional leader, but we're going to lean on the guys that are around that line and backing him to lead that offense, and he's going to have to lean on that here.
What's the attitude, the mood like down on that orange sideline right now?
Well, it's about a complete opposite of the Jokers, who are just a couple feet behind them, guys. It's very quiet. Even after that touchdown, there was nothing that was over the top about their celebration, and you want to think that part of that goes back to the fact that Dino Babers said how much he respects Hugh Freeze and what he's been able to do as a coach. They're not treating this like a small game at all. They know that the task is at hand here, and a lot of discipline down here on the sidelines as guys are either quietly sitting on the bench or standing with a bated breath on the sidelines. You knew that you would have to have a reversed role for this situation. Freeze is upstairs. You're usually there. You're having to be his eyes. You've got that eye contact with these players, which is what he wanted. How have you been adjusting to this change?
I tell you what, it's been a smooth adjustment. We just have to take care of the football. We got 2 turnovers right now. That's really hurting us. We missed a scoring opportunity in the red zone. Those things are hurting us. If we take care of our business, I feel really good about the second half.
On the flip side of those turnovers, you've also forced 3. So where do you start to gain that momentum and take advantage, like you said, not letting those slip away?
Yeah, hopefully here in this second half.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
All right, thank you so much.
Coach, you said that this would kind of be a test for your guys, and the difference is you're the professor and you can give answers during the test on a team that you haven't gotten to see much coverage on. What were you seeing now that that first half is under your belt?
What I'm seeing is they're doing some things that are a little bit different. We got to make some adjustments. We haven't seen that stuff, but we also got to settle down. We're making too many mistakes and we're killing ourselves.
They're forcing turnovers for you guys right now, but haven't been able to capitalize on it. What does that speak to the strength of your defense?
What we need to do is just be patient. We be patient. If we'll be patient, everything will be okay.
Well, you got to be patient for 2 more quarters, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you, Melanie.
As we check in one more time with Melanie Newman, who wants to talk about the relationship between these head coaches.
Well, I know that the scoreboard isn't exactly what Liberty fans want to see right now, but Hugh Freeze has mentioned time and time again how much he appreciates his relationship with Dino Babers. The two actually met in Pebble Beach in the offseason, so they got to know each other a little bit, and of course, they've studied each other's resumes. They know their background and what each of them is capable of. It goes back to that sideline demeanor for Syracuse, the fact that they've been quiet and subdued, controlled in their victories because they know that they still owe Freeze some respect here. And for Freeze, this is actually an okay situation. He said the biggest growth comes from when you're challenged, and he knew they were going to be pushed today. So if anything, this is going to be a tremendous momentum forward for them as they learn from the mistakes made today, guys.